Hey, it's Mr. Miller here. Today we are adding and subtracting linear expressions that involve fractions. So, as you see, I'm doing number 9, which is out of your workbook on page 271. So, first thing we need to do is distribute the 3/4 times 24x plus 28. So, think of it like 3/4 times 24x and 3/4 times 28. Now, when we do that, you're essentially taking 3/4 times 24x over 1. Now, you could multiply 3 times 24x and get 72x, and then 4 times 1 get 4, but then you have to reduce that. It's easier to do, as I like to refer to as shortcuts, where you're reducing first, finding a common factor that goes into both 4 and 24. Well, at least I know for one thing, they're both even. So I could divide them both by 2. So the 4 becomes a 2, 24 becomes a 12, and don't forget about the x. But I could reduce it one more time, because they're both still even and divisible by 2. So I'm going to divide them both by 2. 2 becomes a 1, 12x becomes a 6x. Now you are multiplying 3 times 6x, and we get 18x. And then the 1 times 1 is 1, so anything over 1, I'll go ahead and put the 1 there, but we won't really need it with the denominator 1. Now, we have to do the same thing with the 3/4 times 28. I'll use a different color here. So when we take 3/4 times 28, think of that as 28 over 1. Again, we're going to reduce the 4 and 28. They are both divisible by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 28 divided by 4 is 7. And if you didn't know that, you could have done it, divide them both by 2. So you'd have a 2 and a 14, and then do it again, a 1 and a 7. From here, 3 times 7 is 21. It's kind of hard to see that orange. That's not too bad. 1 times 1 is 1. And don't forget, we are adding. Now, let's go to the next expression where we are subtracting 4x minus 1. Well, you do have to distribute that 1 to 4x, so we are essentially subtracting 4x. You have to distribute that 1 times the negative 1. Remember, a negative times a negative is a positive, or you can think of it as you're subtracting a negative, which is just a double positive. So we are essentially adding 1. So I'm going to rewrite this whole thing without the fractions. So we got 18x plus 21 minus 4x